What's going on? This is Reese here, aka New But Soda, coming at you with a trading recap from yesterday, August the 8th trades. I was about my first day back in about 4 months, so I was just trying to ease my way into things and set up some good parameters in place so that I could try to come back and be successful in this market. So yeah, let's just, without further ado, let's get right into it. Everything here has to make sense on the 60. That's my main goal moving forward. I'm not taking a trade if it doesn't make sense on the 60. So leading into the morning, what's going on the 60? So overall macro trend, we can see is long, without a doubt. From 714, where we have a nice big positive slope. So macro trend there is long. The micro trend on the day seemed like it could have been a nice breakout long from the week's low here, but we get the push on the open, nice 50% retrace. That would have been a good trade, but it has to make sense on the 60 for me. And I didn't really see anything up here that made sense. I have one level charted out here, which is a PCL from a little while ago, which we have had some struggles with. So I was just watching that area. I'm going to show you where this lines up. So here's the PCL here. You can see we tested it once there, twice, got one close, gapped under. So it was a level to watch, but not something I'm just going to go long off just because we dip into it and reclaim. I had to see good price action around there. So initially, let me reset this. So initially, I was looking to get long off. We have a Black Magic Trend PCH right here. First area I was looking at that we might potentially get the bounce on the hour was the gap close from August the 5th. So we got the PCH on the hourly, PCH on the 30-minute, PCH on the 15, and PCH on the 5 to really dial in the entry. So once we got the trade here to make sense on the 60, it was all about lining it up with time and price. So leading into this trade, you see my execution here is 11:45:05. Just 5 seconds after that start of the 15-minute candle. So along with all the PCHs here, I was just looking 5-minute close, got the tiniest dip, and I immediately just got in. Saw we were opening up a 15 as well, so a nice prior candle low long there, and immediately got in the trade. I started to get a little bit of the jitters back, and my first target, although this was hourly setup, you got to follow the reversal process, and I was just looking to get some green on the books. Quite a big extension from the 5-minute 9 EMA. So just looking to capture that, and I pretty much did just that. So here's the option contracts. Got in with the 413s. Let's see. I think SPY was trading right around that number, but strike selections relatively important on these 0 DTE days. You might want to go one in the money. Say, for example, prices 413.50 cents. You might want to just grab the 413s instead of grabbing 414s. I mean, the difference in price is not going to be astronomical, but you'll be able to get a little bit more movement out of it before getting stopped out. If you're willing to pay a little extra for the contract, so paid $1.60 instead of maybe like just $1. But for my entry, really only went 9 cents under. So immediately in the trade, it started working. I was feeling relatively good about it. I was maybe like 1 minute into the trade, and I just left the room. Waited for this 5-minute candle to close. Got a decent close there. Saw this one open, and so before this 5-minute 9, I was looking at this PCL on the 5-minute, and then we have the open print as well. So clear area of resistance and first target. We get the initial push through. This is probably about 1:30 into this candle. I wish I had the live recording. I'm going to work on recording my screen live and then talking back over it, so bear with me on that one. But it was going relatively quick, made a strong push, maybe like a minute, 2 minutes in. Usually when that happens and we had a nice volume profile shelf that it just launches off, you know the candle's pretty much going to close near the highs, buy the open, sell the close type of deal. These 5 minutes can be so huge for your execution. Just so I ended up selling just 30 seconds before the close of that candle. Tried to stretch it about as long as I could, and went up to 232 at the most. Got out 218, so about a 2-hour trade. I was risking 30 cents. As you can see, this is my stop. This is what I was filled at, my buy-in, and then this is my sell. So about 10 minutes in the trade, 9 minutes 30 seconds, and nice 2R there, and pretty much the only move out of these contracts. And there were some other opportunities to long on the day here. When we finally did get back, or finally did get down to this trend black magic, there was a nice trade around here. Quite wicky though, they did a little stop run. I was almost tempted to grab some here, but after just getting something on the books, it had to be better than the last one, and this was just a perfect opportunity in my eyes. So took it. The rest of the day, I was like, all right, I can just watch. You don't have to be in a trade to be learning. So it makes a big difference just to be able to sit on the sidelines, watch the price action, have a slight bias to where you might think what's going to go on, and not be stuck in a bad trade where you're like fighting against the market, because that clouds your judgment quite a bit when you're have an entry that you don't really like, and then all of a sudden you're fighting for a trade you don't really know in the first place how you even got into it. That's where one thing can lead to another, and yeah, so just trying to reinforce the good habits. Watch for hourly setups, see how things play out in real time, and just look at it at every side of the trade really. Some short opportunities today, but again, nothing really made sense for me on the hourly as to take a short. The PCL is all the way up here. Macro trend is long, but micro short. So that's why when I take that hourly setup, I'm only looking at the 5-minute 9 first, and I'm only trading one contract. So it's unfortunate, but the reality is with the hourly setup and lining up with time and price, I'm still able to pretty much snipe a majority of this move, which was pretty much one of the only longs for the entire day after the initial push open. So pretty happy with the way I traded that one, and looking forward to what the rest of this week brings. Thanks, guys. Hope you all have a great trading week, and best of luck. Cheers.